Welcome to my Shop Local series. I'm Tiffany Jean Barbie, and I have a band called Barbie and Da Boys, D-A-B-O-Y-Z. And we have fun, and we play every Thursday night at a little town called Malvern, Arkansas, which happens to be where my granny and my grandpa, all of them, everybody lived. Both my mom and dad came from there, and so we would always go to Malvern. I never lived there. I lived in Benton and Bryant and Sheridan and then Little Rock. And then our family became the Blown-Aparts. But until I was 14, we were going to Malvern every week. And so I know that my mom and dad shopped in these buildings. These are downtown stores, 3 downtown stores that you can go in and support some local business. And I purchased, now one of them is under 30. The other 2 are way under 20. So, because I was trying to keep everything under 20, but this one's actually going to be a gift that I give to somebody, and it's a special gift. So I spent like $28 on that one. But these other 2 are inexpensive. Now, this first store I stopped at, I parked in one spot, and it's not metered, so you can park right downtown. Now, it is a busy downtown road, so you be careful. You know, look in your mirror before you open your door, so you don't have you have a sunroof, it would be a sun door. But anyway, this is called Bling Divas Boutique. Let me get it close. She didn't have any cards left. That she's got some ordered so that I could put the bigger logo on there for you. But they have a lot of blingy things in there, and it's definitely a wonderful little boutique for clothing and jewelry. The whole back section of jewelry is $12. If you've got someone that you'd like to get a initial necklace for, they have a very large selection of different styles of initial jewelry, and they're $12. Now, this was $12, and it was back there, and I just thought it was interesting because I lived in the Ozarks for many years, and it's room spray, and it smells unbelievable. And I haven't tried it yet. You can smell it just by doing that. You don't have to spray it, so it's not been sprayed yet. But it's put out by the Raven Candle Company, veteran and family owned. It says Ozarks, and this is green, rose, and musk is what they put in this one. Room or body spray. Oh, I didn't see that part. I just thought it was room spray. It just got like $12 better. All right, Raven Candle Brands. Okay, so that is a brand that they sell there in the Bling Divas Boutique, right there on the main drag down in the middle of Malvern, Arkansas. I believe that one might be staying with me. Okay, now basically right next door, or a couple down on the corner there, is the Miller's Drugstore, which has been there for many, 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 many years. My mom and dad, I'm sure they, their medicine was from in there, and there's a little fountain. You can see where there used to be the fountain, the counter. Oh my gosh. Anyway, they have gifts in there, so you could go in there and you could look at the old museum, basically area where they've got all these old photos that are on the old fountain bar thing. It's gorgeous, and they're still a working pharmacy, but you can buy a little. This was $12. Now I'm gonna doll it up. I'm gonna make it a little more. I'm gonna make it darker, and probably just add. I'm going to add to it, and then maybe either give it away or keep it. But I can't really read that. But I loved the saying, "Today I choose happiness." $12. Right there at Miller's Drugstore, that's been there for many, many, many years, still operating. And so that was being held up by my like button. So make sure you press that like button. Thank you. Okay, and subscribe too, because that's free. I don't have anything right now that costs any money, but you can send me Cash App if you want to. See my little face on there. Okay, Holidays. All right, this one, very, very cool little store. Now, it's across the street. So like I parked in one spot, and then I hit the light thing and I walked across the street. It is a busy street, so be careful. But her name is Holly Ramsey, the young lady that owns this store, and she's absolutely gorgeous. Hi, Holly. You're gorgeous. Whatever you're doing, just keep right on doing that. But anyway, this one, now I saw some things that were under 20, but this is going to be for a special someone. And if she's watching the video, then she'll see later. But I'm not going to say her name. So there's several someones that are probably going to be going, ooh, I hope it's me. I hope it's me. But I'm going to keep it in this pink and green because it kind of matches the box. I'm going to kind of keep it together. And also leave the card on there for them if they want to go shop here some more. Because they've got cool things like this. And I wish you could smell this. Y'all, if this was smell-o-vision, you'd be just bellying right up to the bar. Huh. Après-ski, I guess, maybe, I don't know, but it's got this cute little box, which you could reuse later. You would totally reuse this box later. It's very, very thick cardboard. I believe this was 27 or 28 bucks. All right. And it's got a bath bomb in there that smells incredible, and these gorgeous little socks. Okay, so comfort in a box from Daze, right there on the main drag in Malvern. Make sure you go in, and it's not just a Christmas store, even though it's the cute name, the play on her name. It has all seasons. I got I should have had this in here. I got my cute little cup that says, life is great in a small town, and then it has Hot Spring County on the bottom. I got that there a couple weeks ago because my mom won Miss Hot Spring County in 1952 and didn't know it because she was deaf and thought she was third run. They call the winner third. And my bio dad started dating her 2 weeks later and just snapped up a literal trophy wife. But she figured it out 50 years later, 49 years later. We were all teasing her about being a queen, and she was like, no, I was third. And we were like, you were first. And then we realized they call you up third, and she was deaf, so we were like, did you ever watch Miss America? And she was like, we explained it, and she said to my aunt, she said, why did you not make me understand I would not got married? And I was glad you did, but anyway, so yeah, Hot Spring County is kind of special to me. But make sure you shop local wherever you are. Walmart and Target are just fine, but those local businesses, that under $20 gift and your smile and your energy really might make the difference in someone's day. Also smile and give some energy to the Walmart cashier too. They can use, right about now, they can use a little bit of smile. All right. Have a good one. Bye.